Accessible travel is a category that already affects 1 in 6 travelers, and we only expect that number to grow over time. So we really thought this was something where we could make a difference. And this is a very meaningful subsegment of travel entrepreneurship that is not being served by the existing solution set. One of the big parts of the Fora advising experience is how we network our advisors together so that they can share tips and best practices. And we've really seen that blossom.
The second I was in a wheelchair, I wanted to influence the travel community. The hardest part about moving into a wheelchair for me was this idea that my life was going to be limited, that I wouldn't have fun anymore.
As a disabled person myself, I often feel that the world wasn't meant for me, and to have a leading company prioritize accessibility and inclusivity means so much.
The Fora Accessible Travel Program is really about educating that any vacation is possible.
Fora's Accessible Travel Program is really trying to bring accessibility into the luxury space. One of the most difficult responses that advisors get is, we cannot guarantee the accessible room. So what we end up doing as advisors is calling daily, begging, pleading, making friends with the reservations team to ensure that our people get the room. But that doesn't make sense to anyone involved, and it certainly is something that we need to change.
There are so many accessibility needs that are out there, whether it be a child with autism or a family member with food allergies or somebody that has sprained an ankle.
We can find excursions that the kids will like, that the grandparents will like, that will make them feel like everybody's included.
I got a call from an older couple to go to Milan next year for the Winter Olympics. Their big thing was that he needed an adjustable bed. I reached out to a travel supplier that would rent us the adjustable bed, and now they're gonna get to have this trip of a lifetime that they didn't even think would be possible.
We believe that we can use our size to drive real change in the industry. We can actually create a real impact on how people vacation.
What I'm finding is that our partners are now calling us because every supplier has dealt with an accessible trip. We are providing value and new commercial opportunities for them to reach untapped audiences.
The accessibility community, the disability community is big and growing, and it is going to impact everybody at some point.
Book with a Fora advisor because we know how to make an accessible trip a vacation.